Welcome to Project Pro Code Recipe. In this video, we are going to learn on how to optimize the hyperparameters of a decision tree using GridSearch CV. So this is my code snippet. I have copied this code and I pasted that in my Jupyter notebook. I'll explain to you the code over here as well as run this for you. So now let's get started. So first of all, why do we need to perform hyperparameter tuning? So when you make a model and you try or test it, it is you are not sure that whether you are getting the result that you are getting from your model is the optimum result or not. You can still get a result that is better than what you have got before by using by hyperparameter tuning them. So hyperparameter are not your model weights, because the model weights are basically learned by your model while training on the data set, but hyperparameters are different parameters that your model use. So over here I am performing grid search CV on decision tree. So for hyperparameter tuning, basically there are two methods that you can use. There are three methods. One is Bayesian optimization, another is grid search CV, and the last one is random search CV. In GridSearch CV, what GridSearch CV does, for hyperparameter tuning, you need to pass a list of models. For example, in a list of a hyperparameter A can be of three types. Now you pass those three types for A. For B, it can be of five types. For C, it can be of six types. Now these are the list of models that you are passing for GridSearch CV. What GridSearch CV does, it makes all the possible combinations of the hyperparameters list that you have passed. It makes model on all these possible combination. It trains your model and gives the result of the best model, that is best model along with the best hyperparameters that it has selected for you. Over here we are performing this on grids on a decision tree. So now let's get started. So here define my function. These are two general print statements. From sklearn I have imported decomposition, data sets, tree, pipeline, GridSearch CV, cross validation score, and standard scaler. So let's get acquainted with standard scaler. So what standard scaler does, standard scaler basically makes your mean to be 0 by subtracting the mean from your data points, and your standard deviation to be 1 by dividing the standard deviation. You can get a more detailed video of standard related to standard scaler on our YouTube channel. Now cross validation score. So you must be familiar with train test split. Train test split is also a type of cross validation. It splits your model into training and testing. It performs training on your model and testing on the splitted model. So basically you get the idea of how well your model will perform in case it hasn't seen those data points before. Now after that, cross validation. So what cross validation, why are, if we have train test split, why are we using cross validation? So train test split generally doesn't works on the data sets, on the data points that are low. For example, you have 700 data points. If you perform train test split, generally you pass 2% of the 20% of the data set for testing, and for training 80%. So 2% means 20% means 140 data points. Now 140 data, if you separate 140 and 560 data points, so those 560 data points are very low for your model to gain all the patterns from your data set. In those case you can easily use cross validation score. So cross validation score asks for a parameter, for example the number of cross validations that you have to perform. You pass cross validations to be 5. It will split your data set into 5 parts, train on 4 and test on 1, and perform iteration for all the parts. Now let's get started. So data set X. Now here, sorry for that, I think I have copied this code 2 times. Now standard scaler, you can see I've defined the standard SC decomposition PCA. So PCA is principal component analysis. It is used for decomposing your data sets into a data set of lower dimension. It makes sure to keep your variance maximum while making the decomposition. It makes your data set less bulky to reduce the computational expense, uh, as by reducing the number of dimensions. So decision, I'm using the decision tree classifier. Now pipeline, so pipeline is basically modularization of the codes. It gives your data set to it gives your model the idea of how to perform which function should be performed first. So this can be seen as a roadmap for your data set. So SC is standard scaling. Now PCS principal component analysis, then perform decision tree. Now after that I'm passing n components. So what are the number of components that are best for my PCA? For example, the 20 number of components can be decomposed into 7, 20, 7, 18, 9. But how to know which number of components are the best? So here I'm passing n components as a parameter to. Criteria is Gini and entropy. So we know the criteria. So we know that how decision tree works. Decision tree basically, uh, on each decision tree is a tree. On each node it splits into smaller sub nodes. On each branch it splits into smaller sub branches, and the quality of the split that is performed can be calculated using Gini score or entropy. So here I am passing my criteria. Now maximum depth. So maximum depth is the maximum number of nodes that should be present at the end. Now parameters, so PCA n components, n component decision tree criteria, decision tree max depth, max depth. Now CLF Grisha CV, over here you need to pass the pipeline. So I pass the pipeline. Now here the parameter dictionary dot fit. Now these print statements will print the best result for me. So you can see CLF dot best parameters dot get parameters. Now over here I could have only used CLF dot best parameters to give me the complete result for all the parameters that I am using, but here I am printing each on a different line. You can see this, so you need to pass that in the form get parameters decision tree criteria, the name of the parameter in a string format. Now after that, I think I have did some mistake. Just a second, sorry for that. So I've run my code right now. You can see the best criteria was entropy, maximum depth should be kept 6, and the best number of components should be 4. This is my decision tree classifier. Now I think I should have performed crossfire. Yes, so this is my decision tree classifier. You can see these are the best results. Sorry, these are the best hyperparameters that I should use. Now this was all about codes in this video. For more industry relevant project, you can visit our website. For more code recipes like this, you can visit our website as well as our YouTube channel. In case you want customized code, you can use this click here function and submit your request. The URL for the code of this video will be available in the link below. Thank you.